Greetings to everyone. Good evening. Here is Prissy again, your host, and I've come today again. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, everyone, for watching my videos. I just want to say a massive thank you, and also for those of you who've new subscribers. I just want to say thank you so much appreciated, and continue to pass it on to family, friends, and yeah, more subscriptions should be coming in, and sometimes we cannot go one to one to start talking to people, but through this medium everybody can reach each other. Okay, thank you so much for your subscription, and thank you so much so that you can be notified when any video like this come up again. Right, I just want to quickly answer the questions that was thrown at me, and I've told people, don't send me message because you know me, don't send me message on my mobile phone. Send me message because so that other people can have the same idea. Right, but message was sent anyhow to me asking me how did I do 4 jobs as a mother with a child. I said I did 4 jobs. Yes, I did. How did I do it? That I can easily explain. I don't want this video to be too long because I've just finished work right now, so I'm about to be going home. Okay, how I did the 4 jobs, and my child was so little, and I there's a lady, lovely lady. She had a child then, a daughter who was in secondary school, if I'm not mistaken, maybe secondary school year 7 or year 6, I can't remember, but she was a big girl. Every time I see her, I always say to her, auntie, I wish my child is like yours. I wish my child has grown like yours. You know, when your babies are young, you see other people's children, they've grown, you say, oh, I wish my child is grown like this. So I often say that to her, and she will say, oh, auntie, don't worry, because I always call her auntie, and she's not even a Nigerian. She was from Congolese or so, if I'm not mistaken. So I approached her. I said, at work, can you please babysit my child? I'm doing night shifts. So she said, oh yeah. And she said, well, I know you do day work. I said, yes, I do night shift as well. If you can help me to babysit my child. She said, okay. So she started helping me. I'm sorry I have to call her name, Auntie Noelle. So she started helping me to babysit. Lovely lady, lovely with her daughter. Benedict, I was so pleased, like privileged to have them to babysit my child. You know, there are some babysitters that look after your child. They look after your child like as if the child is theirs. Even they even do well than more for your child than you would do sometimes as a parent. So I was working at the time at Seabrooks in Bradford, and I live Halifax, and it's far away, like at night, you know, when it's not far, but it's far because where it does the company is in Bradford. It's not in Bradford city center. No, you get to train station, from train station you take another bus from there, you know. It was just a stress, but because I need the money, I was doing it. And now somebody's asking me, why were you working that hard? But that was too much. No, because I know my goals, I know what I wanted, and now I want to pursue my goal, because I don't want to be dependent to somebody, to be a burden to somebody, or to start depending on men or boys or man or whatever. I didn't want none of that. So what did I do? I started working at Seabrooks at night. I work 6 to 6 in the morning. So before I leave, if I start 6 in the evening, I had to leave Halifax around 4, because I want to get to the right train from the train station. Then I want to get bus. You have to be at the workplace at least 10-20 minutes before to wear your gear and everything, because it's where they do crisps, like Seabrooks. It's called, the company name is called Seabrooks. So you have to be there early. So I work there 3 days in a week, 36 hours a week. That's what I do there. I do 3 days, 12-hour shift at night. So from there, when I've done that 3 days in a week, then I will then go to KFC during the day in Halifax Town Center. Okay? So I will start KFC. I'll work around morning time, 11 o'clock, till sometimes if I like doing 3 days there as well. I work like, I'll start at that 11 o'clock. I'll go and finish. You understand? Sometimes I might be coming from night shift, go to the babysitter, pick up my child, stay with my child for at least, 2-3 hours, feed her with anything I need to feed her with, play with her, have conversation with her. Then I then take her from there. I'll then take her to nursery. She used to go to this nursery called Jubilee Center. Yes, I'm mentioning these names in case of people who are around here where I live, who is going to be watching this video, so it's something they can go and verify. To date, they still all know me and know my little girl who is not little anymore, is grown up now. And yeah, so I'll go there, work at KFC. The manager there was fantastic. He was a great manager because he understood my situation, that I come from night shift to come into work and I still come early. I would drop my child at Jubilee Center. Then from there, I would then pick up the bus. Sometimes there is no bus. Sometimes the time of waiting for the bus is just doesn't worth it. I'll just walk down to work. I'll finish at about 3 o'clock. Sometimes it makes me do 4-hour shift or 5-hour shift or 6-hour shift, depends. So I did it for a couple of weeks. So now I spoke to the nursery. Nursery said they can look after your child if you're working, because they renovated the building and everything. So now they start taking lots of children. So I worked till 5 o'clock. So 6 o'clock is the time to pick the children. So I'll leave work at 5, run straight home, quickly prepare something, tidy up, come to nursery, pick her up. I used to have this lady, a friend, that the children used to go to that same nursery. Sometimes she would then drop us off at home. Then when I start with my child, before maybe 2-3 hours, I'm getting ready again, running to nursing home where I was working. So I work in Ingwood Nursing Home. Some few people who worked with me, that some nurses. I was working at Ingwood Nursing Home. And at that time, I forgot to say this, I was in college as well. So my college those days was 3 days in a week. You start 9 o'clock in the morning and finish 2 o'clock. So if you don't have homework and all of that, you can leave 1. So the time, so I make sure my days was not crashing with other days. You understand? Then I leave there. The day I don't work in KFC for longer hours, I'll make sure I ask for a shift in Seabrooks so that I can do 5 nights, 4 nights. Yeah, that's how I was doing it. Then I leave. Then from there, we got made redundant at I had an accident in Ingwood Nursing Home because an old lady whacked me with a Zuma frame. So I fell down. I almost broke my leg. Thank God my leg, my legs, like people just say, it's like toothpick. Thank God the leg is still here. I'm not on crutches, She's got dementia. She didn't did it intentionally, I would say. But everybody was saying it's intentionally. But for me, she's an old woman who's got dementia, so it don't really matter, She whacked me. I fell down to the floor. But it was really bad. But thank God I'm here now, And then I stopped working at Ingwood Nursing Home. They all miss me. Do you know what they miss about me? The way I was looking after the grannies, the way I was making them look good, putting the because those grannies, their children, their mothers, their friends, their sisters do bring them presents. So different things. Sometimes it's laying down in the wardrobe. Guess what I used to do? I used to go there, take them when it's my turn. When I'm at work, I would do what I need to do. So when I was working at Ingwood, I was working 8 to 2. So I want to leave the baby with the childminder. She would then take the baby for me. They were fantastic. Then from there, I found another childminder when Auntie could not do it anymore because Auntie had to start working also at college, or she wanted to move. I don't know what happened. So I found another one again, another childminder who I was now using. I'm still using Auntie in a way, but Auntie could not do certain days. So I was using this one. She was great as well. And I always recommend her to people, even up till date. She was fantastic at that time, looking after my little girl. Why was I doing all this job at that time? Because she's still little. I don't want her to miss anything when she's grown up from me, that there was no bond, there was no communication. But when they're small, there's little they can remember. When they turn 4, 5, 6, they remember everything. So I decided I was working, going into this job, Then from there, I then decided now I have raised the kind of amount that I want, but it wasn't still enough. So I left Inglewood. When I left Inglewood and all of that, so I was taking more shifts from Seabrooks and all of that. Then guess what I did? I told myself, I spoke to a friend at that time. I needed a job. She was a cleaner, and she said, well, I thought it was her business, so but she said no, it's her friend business. Spoke to them, so they got me into the cleaning business, and I was cleaning. Then suddenly, one thing led to another. People were liking me, or people, I thought, no, that stopped. So I said, no, I can't stay at home. I went to start doing my driving lessons. The money I've saved, I've raised. So I started doing my driving lesson. I wasn't doing lessons for 1 day in a week. No, I was doing 3 days in a week lessons. Why was I doing it? Because I want to do it quick and quick. So I did my theory test. I failed the first time. I went again the second time. I missed my appointment because my life was just too chaos. It was me alone and a child. And there's something I even forgot to say. When I was working at Inglewood, that what really made me to say I'm going to stop working for people. I'm going to stop. I want to own my business. There was one particular lovely day that people, I don't think people can forget that day. It was 2008 or 2008, around about 2009 or so. It snowed. It was like, just like this, like May, June. Nobody expected it. It snowed in England. It was really bad. And you know, and that's why I can never wear flats anymore. Because of what happened to me that day. I was going to work. You know, these flats, sandals, girls normally wears it for work. It's very easy to, you know, work and just put your leg off, you go. They normally use it for care homes as well. It's good for work. I put that on and it snowed. You know, when it snowed, yeah, from my head to my toe was wet. The inches of the snow, all the cars were stopped. No taxi can move. No cars were hitting each other. Accident. Even buses stopped. So if you want to go home, either you walk or stay where you are. If you're with a car, stay inside your car, stay where you are. But me, I was waiting for a bus. I couldn't go back to Inglewood because where the buses were in Inglewood, you have to walk. It's very far away. I had to walk. Guess what I did? I cried. I can't go back, I can't go forward. I cried. My leg was frozen. My body was frozen. The only thing that was working in my body was my heart still beating. I couldn't speak. My phone turned off. So it's people that manage to, you know, in life, yeah, it's good to be good. And only God, I don't want to talk about that anymore because it's still upsetting when I remember that day. So I got home finally because I was worried about my childminder. She was like, calling me at first, and when the phone switched off, she can't reach me. You see, she was encouraging me, stay where you are, don't worry, she'll be fine. Me, stay without my child, you will kill me. So I said, no, I'm coming home, I'm coming. I put my head on the road. I start walking. I walk up to the hospital. It was somebody, a good Samaritan, that said, no, get in the car. I said, I can't. He said, get in the car. I said, I'm almost home. And I wasn't almost home. He said, get in the car. He said, I saw you. Something touched me to come back for you. And he took me home that day. Then straight forward, as soon as I got home, the biggest mistake I made, I ran the hot water. I want to put my hand just bent like as if I was going to die that day. Then I managed to regain myself. I went to pick my child. Guess what? The next day, I still went back to work. I worked. It wasn't easy, but I went to work. Then, since that time, I went into the cleaning business fully. I started printing cards. I started writing on people's door. Started cleaning people's home. That's where I got my money from to open my own salon. I used to, when I started the cleaning, then slowly I stopped the nanny thing and the childminder thing. I stopped it. Guess what I did? I would carry my child. I passed my test. I would then take my mopping stick, everything, my hoover, everything, put in the back of the boot. I bought this Ford Focus. You know, the name of the Ford Focus is called 2K. That's what I named the car. I used to take the car, go home, go to people's home, clean their home, take my child all the way. My child will be playing with children pads. You know, there are some homes you go into is with smoke, with cigarette, with but you know, God to have his own way. Yeah, I am today, you know. So for you who sent me that beautiful message and said, Prissy, do you even have strength? How will you do 4 jobs? Yes, I did it. Those places, why? It's because of you I mentioned the names of where I worked. And they can still verify. They will tell you. The person who looked after my child, the 2 names that looked after my child, the 2 names that looked after my child, Auntie Noelle and Victoria, Sister Victoria. Those are the 2 people. I know people will say, okay, they are your aunties. No, as an African, that's how I address them. Aunties, you know, and their sisters. Yeah, that's how I address them. Yeah, they looked after my daughter. Yeah, I was working at that time. So I just want to say to you mothers out there, or to you thinking how I want to depend on somebody, get handwork. Go and do something for yourself. Even I even forget to say this. Even when I finished all this, guess what I did? I opened my salon. When I opened my salon, I was the most happiest person. Even the salon, guess how I started? I went to a barber shop. I told him, I said, listen, I can do hair, but I need a place. God bless him, Hiram. Hiram said to me, can you work with men? I said, listen, I can work with men as long as the men don't disturb me. Because if they disturb me, I'm going to go mad. So he said, okay. He said, don't worry. So he gave me a partition. Before he did it, he gave me a space. He looked at it that, oh, because of us, some certain women cannot be coming. Let's partition this place. He partitioned the shop. He gave me half of it. And I was paying my bills, paying everything. It was so nice to me. Even me, when I come there, the main session may come down and sit after cutting their, I was the one chasing them. Once you've cut your hair, go, this is not a home, this is not a home, this is not family reunion. This is a business place. So he missed all that from me as well. So yeah, that is me. When I'm working, that's why I don't like people coming to visit me at work. Don't visit me on my workplace. Come and see, come and buy from me. You want to see me, you see me at home. Because what you're doing, it's what's doing well. When you're serious, you focus on what you want to do, go for it. Go for it. I encourage a lot of women or a lot of people, when I see people do something, some people know how to sew, some people know how to cut clothes and mend fabrics together, do all sorts of things, even products. I love to inspire them, like, do this, do this, do this. Bring them to my business place. I can market them for you. I've got some 2-3 business there now that I know the person physically who is doing it inside his own kitchen. Yes, he's doing it inside his own kitchen. Guess what? And he's bringing them, and the product works. You understand? So please, mothers, please mothers. Some persons will say, why are you talking to only mothers? Do you know why? I'm talking to mothers because most single mothers out there complain too much. Don't get me wrong that men don't complain. Some people just talk and don't practice what they talk about. Go and do something. Go and do something. You can't continue asking from people. Go and work. Go and work. Even the Bible says, if you don't work, don't eat. Go and work. Go and work. If you start working, it boosts your morale, it boosts your self-confidence, it helps your mental health, it helps you physically, emotionally, it helps you. So why can't you work when you're not physically impaired? Even physical impaired people, even people with special needs, do you know they work? Have you been to hospitals? Ask that big shopping mall. You see special need person working. Yes, somebody in a wheelchair. Work. If they can be walking, why would you work? So those are my questions, you know. So thank you so much, as I said before. And for me, till date, I still run around. But I still spend that time with my child. My child cannot say she's missed anything. No, she cannot. The only thing she can say she missed, fair enough, maybe, oh, my dad was not there, or my dad was never there. My child did not miss anything. As far as I know, she didn't miss anything. She can't say she missed this. The only thing she can say she missed, my dad was not there 24/7. That's it. I've seen people in homes that mom and dad live. Their dad doesn't even play with the children. They're not even together. So my child, I believe I've given her so much. You understand? To look forward to boost her confidence. Yes, most of you who know my child, you've seen her doing things in the shop, going around, telling staff what to do, like sorting things out. That wasn't a day job. It's because she's seen it from her mother. That inspired her, that pushes her to say there's no time for laziness. No. When she comes into the workplace, she gets on with her work. She gets on with things. You see her talking, telling them what to do, what not to do. And you see, sometimes my brothers will say, oh, that's meaning you, meaning you. Yes, because she knows now that money does not fall for him. If you start giving children, giving, you don't make them. I learned all this from my own English family. I learned it from her. She, my godmother will always say to me, listen, love, don't. No, don't. Do it this way, do it this way, do it this way. Trust me, I don't listen to her. Mama Julie, my mommy. You understand? I don't listen to her. I don't listen. I know sometimes it can be hard to be a single mother. But listen, single mothers. Listen, single mothers. Nobody forced you into the situation you are. No. You made your choice. You made your decisions. And you live with it. So for you to live with it and be happy, do it right. That's how I see it. What about somebody who is married with 2-3 children? Suddenly, God forbid, the man passed away. Is the woman going to just sit down and not do nothing? No. When I was growing up in my days, those days in Nigeria, when I was growing up, when we were still young, you don't see African women sitting down. No. The one that is hawking things, selling things, like even firewood, doing different things. Mothers in the evening, by 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, you see them all coming from market, coming from different places. Hard-working mothers who has business in front of their house, have business in front of them. But these days, I don't understand how a grown woman, you call yourself, you're in your 30s, in your 40s, you're flipping remote every day. Flipping remote. Why? That's what your children see. That's what they will follow. Or you marry a man who is a bum, who don't do nothing. And another thing people say, oh, right to work, live to work, right not to work. No, those are excuses. I've seen a man who does, during the COVID-19, guess what he was doing? With his car, he will be knocking on people's doors to wash their cars. Yes, that's what he was doing. The guy that look after my garden, the gardener, he comes, I'm not there, you clean the gardening, clear the grass, do everything. It's not cheap, 40, 60 pounds. Sometimes charge me even 100 pounds if he needs to wash the floor. He charge a lot. That's money. If he has 20 clients, he's so busy that you can't even book him. He's so busy that you cannot even book him. But because I'm one of those people he started with, so he knows that we are regulars. He just come, do it, go. Then when he comes, he collect the money. The milkman that drops the milk. Yes, the people that collect the beans. Are they not people's father? Are they not people's wives, husband? The money does not speak to say, oh, I was cleaning the bomb. No, the money will not speak. Once you finish cleaning bomb, they pay you. You go and enjoy your money. So do something. Change your lifestyle. Stop sitting in the house and just complain. The government is bad. The system is this. The system. Stop it. Go and work. Go and work. Do something. Do something. It's what your children see. I saw my parents really. I came from a home that has morals. I came from a disciplined home. I came from home that we have love, passion, like for everything that we do. I've got 2 beautiful brothers. Yes. I came from a home that you just see both parents, the smile, the joy with the little. At first there were lots of things, but later became little. Some things happened down the line. Then later pick up. Then later something just crush everybody down. But at the end of the day, here we are today. I'm not going to let my past determine who I am. No, I've come here to tell people how I became single mother. In the first video I did, if you've not watched it, go and watch it. Yes, this building today, I sort out things myself. I have to put the wall. When you're doing business with men and they know you're a woman, sometimes they want to take advantage or maybe cheat you, or in some areas, if it's £5, they want to tell you, no, it's £50. The material, they start quoting some kind of. Me, I'll just tell them, okay. When you finish, don't worry. Before you know, I'll say you get in the car. Let's go. Let's go and buy the products. But I know it's not everybody that can do that. But you who can do that, why can't you work? Women, before you get married to any man, watch. Don't just marry because you want to marry. Don't just go into a relationship because you want to go into a relationship. It's better to go into a relationship very late age, like with somebody you love or that love you, that care about you, that want to stand by you, that want to help you with your goals. Even there is even one that I didn't even say. At the time when I had that hairdressing, and I noticed that men, I couldn't get barber. I could not, nobody wants to come and do barbering. Nobody, people have talent. They don't want to use it. Guess what I did? Just guess what I did? I went back to college. I went back to college. I called my mom, my godmother. I said, Mama, I'm in a situation right now. She said, what, love? I said, I want to go back to college. I want to go and do barbering. He said, are you all right, darling? I said, yes, Mama. He said, do you want to go for it? Go for it then. I said, okay, Mama. Then I said, but I'm going to struggle. Nobody to look after Chanel. She goes, are you silly? Don't be silly. She can stay at mine. I'll pick her up. She'll pick me up from Chanel, or I'll drop Chanel off with her, because where I used to work is just next to Mom's house. I'll drop Chanel with Mama. Mama will come and pick me from college with Chanel and drop us home. I did it 2 years. I did it for 2 years. I did the barbering for 1 year, level 2 straight away. And all of us who did that barbering course at that time, it's not even a handful that is using it professionally now. Even the hairdressing. I went back to college. I went back to college to do coloring, to do everything. That's me. I was going to college. I was working full-time college, full-time mom, full-time work. So why can't you do it? We can all do it when we determine to say we want to do it. So go for it. Don't let nothing stop you. Don't let your inner man stop you. Don't let this thing in there stop you. But when you know that, yes, this is right for me and my child, let's go and do it. When you stay at home, you end up buying nonsense, eating nonsense, whatever. But when you go to work, you come back, before you know the day is gone. You sat down with your child or your children, talk to them. Let them see, let them understand. Please, I hope you learned from this video. And I said I wasn't going to make it too long, but oh well. Right, so thank you so much, guys, for watching my video. I've just finished work now. I will be going home soon. And yeah, looking forward to more questions coming again. I can't wait for more questions to come in. And this is going to be continuation of my life story. Like I've said before, I'm going to tell you guys more about myself and how I achieved this place and how I've achieved that name, Prissy and Shaz Beauty World. All right, and also I do other jobs as well, which I'm going to be talking about in the next video. What I do currently now, I'm going to be talking about that soon. And yeah, and I hope to be coming more and more and more often, like 3 days in a week on live videos, like doing videos like this. All right then, take care. Bye. Have a wonderful evening.